Namaste, Jai Bharat. Tracing the roots of white collar terrorism in Bharat. That's after these blasts. Bharat had identified quite a few things. White collar terrorism. There is a university named Al Falak in Haryana. That's a university. I don't know whether it is a medical university or not. That part is not very clear to me. But it appears it's a medical university. Al Falak in Haryana, some 70 acres of land. It's funded, getting sufficient and more funds from jihadi organizations abroad. Should be in the disguise of Islamic nations, for instance Qatar or someone like that. They get sufficient fund, and they have been programming people to become this kind of white collar terrorists. In this case, it's doctors, medical doctors, and almost all seats are reserved for Muslims. It's a private university, Al Falak, where everything is reserved for Muslims. Their interests are promoted, their free flowing funds, and many of these people who are involved in this white collar terrorism, where the medical doctors are involved, have connections to Al Falak. So that university has been running for quite some time, and it's in Haryana, and Haryana was under Congress rule for some time. Now let the Congress people not say that we did not know this, or anyone that they did not know this. If they did not know, I would accuse whosoever is concerned. This should have been known, because it's very easy for people to find out. When you see the numbers of people, and they should have some way to understand what's happening inside the campus. It's a 70-acre campus with plenty of money, with plenty of freedom of sowing jihad and raping jihad. This is one place. If you again look, there will be many places. There are many places all over, different hospitals, private hospitals, clinics, where jihad is either promoted or organ trading is done. And in many cases, most cases, people won't know that Hindu patients going there are somehow made important by these doctors to get the population arrested. That had been going on in many parts of the world, not just Bharat, many parts of the world. So this getting people important, nobody will know. People go to a doctor with the hope of getting treated for some illness, and some medicines they will give which would slowly make them impotent, so that they wouldn't have offspring, they wouldn't have children. You will not know it. You will not know it. And sometimes these medicines effect may be irreversible. This is one thing they used to operate. Now explicit into jihad is happening these days. So Al Falak University has been identified now. I don't know what the agencies are doing to this university. They will be doing right things. I'm very sure they will be doing right things, because hundreds of such doctors under suspicions were questioned, some detained, some left, some were left off, but questioning is going on. So it's easy for them to find out. These people are not really that military trained people. They are really jihadis with that kind of frenzy of negativism in them. They just wanted to kill Kafis, because they're very sure that once this is done, they will go to their real life posthumously, because for them life is after death, which is eternal. That they don't want to die in this world, and these poor fellows are victims of such thoughts, and they fail to live a human life meaningfully. They just live their human life for this hope of a promised greater life after death, about which there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. You can believe in all kinds of things. You can believe in flying elephants. That's your belief. And so long as you believe that there are flying elephants, you think that there will be flying elephants, and you will do all kinds of atrocities through such faith. That's what is happening. Unfortunate people who just forget to live the life which they got in this life, in this world. The life becomes meaningful when you live meaningfully for others. The kind of satisfaction and happiness that comes to you by helping someone who deserves it. That's also important. Help someone who deserves it. And helping someone who deserves it gives you that kind of satisfaction which you will never get from anything, anywhere, in the entire world, in the entire life. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.